as fucking black metal, of course. So they started off, but now we're a little more progressive, more black metal, right? I mean, you guys kind of spread out to the whole spectrum of metal. Cobalt is a pretty natural name, I guess, in terms of the color.
Right.
But
and the element on the periodic table.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. See, he's teaching us a little science right here. Metalheads are not fucking dumb. Anyways, on that note, what inspired you to write your first album?
Oh man. Well, I mean, I guess at the time it was just frustration with my personal life. Music has always been a great outlet, a productive outlet to, get some of the darker, angrier things out, and then once you grow it, you can do a lot more with it. But it sort of started from like that teenage angst thing. So I started playing out in punk bands when I was about 13, 14 years old, and just sort of I've been in a band ever since. So
yeah, you can definitely hear the punk influence in this in most of the music, right? But what is it? You released the album this year.
Yeah.
And then you have Charlie, right? From you can tell us where it's from.
Lord Mantis.
Yeah. How'd you meet him? How'd you decide to have him be part of your little band?
Yeah. I met Charlie initially on a Knock Mystium Jarbo Europe tour. So I was over in Europe playing drums for Jarbo, and we toured with Knock Mystium, and Charlie was playing drums for Knock Mystium. So we just sort of bonded and hung out for that whole tour, and then we just sort of remained friends ever since then. And then sort of when everything happened with the fallout with the original singer Phil, Charlie was like the only dude I had in mind who could really fill those shoes, because I had seen him with Lord Mantis, and you got to be like savage and intense on the stage. So he was really the only choice. So luckily he said yes.
Nice. So you were Profound Lore. That's when you released the album, 2016. How's it working with them so far?
Oh, it's great, man. Chris actually, he put out Eater of Birds in 2007. Yeah, it officially came out. And he was just a small boutique label when that album came out. So he just had a few releases, and he was doing concentrating on cool packaging, and releasing the bands that he liked instead of trying to get commercial with it. So, but when Eater of Birds came out, it got fairly popular at that time, and it started showing up in year-end lists and things, which was pretty wild. But that album sold really well for him, and then he sort of grew the label. So we sort of had a friendship and a bond, since the beginning. So it's cool, man. He funds all of our albums and all the publicity and stuff. So it's a great team with Chris.
Fucking cool, man. So in the metal world, we hear a lot about. You were talking about how a lot of people get into the bands or into playing metal because it helps you release your anger or just coping with everything else. As a fan, we all kind of bond with that, right? What's probably
got on the stage and ripped it, and it got I connected with it to my center. Yeah, man, I gotta do that. I think that's the most important thing I gotta do.
So you mentioned Charlie playing drums. You guys alternate everyone? All of us just roar. Or do you does he partake in the recording?
Right, yeah. I've actually thought about that, incorporating Charlie's percussion on the albums, and it's an idea that we didn't actually do on this tour, but that second song, Dry Body, I sing like the main vocal on that, so I think at some point it might be cool to have Charlie go behind the drums and switch it out. And then,
for kids that have never seen you guys, will probably be thrown by
right.
That's dope, man. So you are in the tour with Mantar, and then selected dates you're not with them, right?
Right.
Are you also, I can't remember correctly, but are you also doing the Death Fest? Death Fest?
No, we're not doing Death Fest. We're doing Hopscotch, which is in North Carolina, and then we're doing Basilica, which is in upstate New York. And apparently that's at like an old industrial building complex. So I'm pretty stoked about that. My buddy Brandon, who runs, he does Pitchfork. Brandon Sisto, he got us on that. So I'm looking forward to that.
So now you displayed a pretty amazing set, pretty brutal. Some people want to say fucking, net breaking, of course. What was the highlight of tonight for you?
I would say I like the parts where the band is so tight that it walks in and then there's the silence, like the second silence. The song it's kind of cool. It feels like I'm in charge of like a thunderstorm there, so it's cool when it just all walks in and looking out there and just seeing everybody.
So who else is one of your are you stuck with new stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Looking forward to that. And we're talking to Scott, hopefully. Right, yeah, Mantar's great, man.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, fucking brutal too. Well, I mean, truthfully, we've checking out our stuff, and I have to say, like, in terms of the U.S. black metal style that you guys incorporate in there, it's pretty heavy, and not a lot of bands can pull it off. You guys got that shit.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate the support. And once again, Eric, SailorRockery.com, from the State Metal.
All right. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah.